Thank you for considering Japanese as an elective for your Stage 5 pattern of study. The following video aims to provide you with important information related to this course and what you can expect as a student of languages at St. Joseph's College, Lochinvar. Before looking at the course in more detail, I thought it would be very valuable to consider this question: why study a language? Learning a language does not just involve memorizing long lists of words, studying tricky grammatical structures, and getting your tongue around strange sounds, though it is about all of these things too. Learning a language involves getting immersed in another culture and discovering a new way of looking at the world associated with a new way of speaking and communicating. Speaking another language helps you to move outside your own world. It enables you to travel like a local rather than just as a tourist. Speaking another language is also a great opportunity to expand your social circles. Better friendships can develop when you're able to speak to someone in their own language and understand the world through their eyes. And it helps you build a sense of awareness of yourself and of others and of wider society. Speaking another language increases your job opportunities and gives you an advantage over monolingual English speakers in business, international relations, politics, and in much more. It also helps you to become better at problem solving, more perceptive, being better able to deal with abstract concepts, better at multitasking, more empathetic, and more creative. Language learning is great for your brain, and if you keep speaking and learning languages, the benefits carry on throughout your life. While students who enjoyed and/or were successful in Year 7 Japanese are an obvious fit for this subject, it is important to note that there is no assumed or prerequisite knowledge required to undertake this course. The course will assume that you have zero experience engaging with the Japanese language. This is important to note for those students who may have studied French in Year 7. So what will students actually learn about? Students will build on their introduction to Japanese language and culture that they undertook in Year 7. As I mentioned previously, this is not a requirement to undertake this course. In particular, students will learn about how language works as a way of communicating meaning. They will learn about using language in ways that is appropriate for both context and purpose. They will learn about the connections between language and culture, including their own, and how this influences the way we see and interact with others and the world around us. Students will also learn about the ways in which speaking and understanding a second or additional language can improve their ability to succeed at school and in life. Students who elect to undertake the Stage 5 Japanese elective course will learn how to communicate effectively in everyday situations. There is a great emphasis placed on the learning of grammatical structures, as well as listening, reading, writing, and speaking skills. On your screen are the aims of the Japanese course. Through their study of Japanese, students should start to develop the skill of understanding spoken and written Japanese. They should begin to speak in simple everyday situations with confidence. They should also become familiar with the cultural aspects of a land beyond their own. All assessment is based on listening, speaking, reading, and writing in Japanese. Assessment will be presented in a number of different formats which will allow students to show their ability to communicate. A very important element is that cultural appreciation is threaded throughout all assessment tasks. Of paramount importance to this course are extracurricular activities. Throughout their engagement with Japanese, students will undertake excursions and incursions, which may complement syllabus requirements. These might be exhibitions, tours, guest speakers and performers, and workshops. The costs associated with these activities can be found in the handbook. In an increasingly globalized world, there are many benefits, in a vocational sense, to studying a language. There are many employment sectors where there is a clear link between studying a language and being a successful worker. So which employment sectors could studying a language lead you to? On your screen you will see a list of professions and industries where having a second or third language may give you quite an advantage in your work. Students will also have an opportunity to participate in the Japanese Sister School program, which will provide an authentic learning and cultural experience. This may include traveling to Japan and or hosting visiting Japanese students. There may be additional excursions and incursions which will allow students to further develop skills and understanding of Japanese culture. I wish to extend a sincere thank you for engaging with this presentation. I really hope that you will consider taking Japanese as an elective in Year 9 and Year 10. If you have any questions relating to the study of Japanese in Year 9 and Year 10, please feel free to contact either myself, Mr. Aidan Linehan, Leader of Learning for English and Languages, or Mrs. Midori Cunningham, one of our expert language teachers. I wish you all the very best with your decision making and hope to see you in a Japanese language classroom in 2020.